Hi beautiful people. So of course I'm starting my vlog in the bathroom because the lighting is bomb. Welcome to my new series, Debt Free Diaries. I literally just came up with this idea in the shower like 10 minutes ago. Shout out to shower thoughts. Like, I've come up with so many great things just in the shower. So yeah, enough about me and my shower thoughts. I decided that I wanted to start like just a vlog series taking you guys through the journey of me paying off my debt. It is honestly a decision I have to make on a daily basis in order to move forward in this journey with Gazelle Intense Focus and how I want to move forward. So why not hold myself even more accountable and vlog the week and show you guys the ways I'm paying off debt, not spending on my credit card, cutting budgets, etc. But the first thing I want to show you guys is something I was working on this weekend that I'm super excited about. So what you guys are looking at is something that I've been working on pretty much for hours this weekend, and it's pretty much my freelance website. So as I mentioned, I do have background in design and marketing, and I'm sorry if I'm a bit shaky, but I do have a background in design and marketing, and so I built this website because I'm going to relaunch freelance services. I used to take clients in the past. I haven't as much anymore just because of time constraints, but if you guys saw my last video about how much debt we're in, we don't have time to be picky anymore. And honestly, this is, in my opinion, this is better than so many other options out there to bring in quick money. So I do feel very blessed that this is an option for me. So yeah, so pretty much I was working on this website and I wanted these really cool visuals because this was inspired by a website that I saw with super cool visuals, but I don't have time or budget to go do them up myself. So at first I was trying to AI generate myself a campaign and it wasn't looking like me. This was supposed to be me and it just wasn't coming out like me. So I just decided to make multiple people so people don't think it's trying to come out like me. And plus I've actually been using AI a lot within my marketing services. My last client had a product-based business and we're able to generate her product photos through AI. So I thought this was a great way to just showcase the capabilities that I have through AI. I called it Made by Cass. I decided to make it more of like freelance and consultation services. So I just had a really fun time. This has gone through so many iterations, but eventually I decided to make it single scroll. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. I was able to AI generate this image that actually somewhat looks like me, but I feel like it's still AI enough for people to know it's not exactly me. But yeah, I just got some inspiration and decided to add what I'm all about. A bit about me and my experience. These buttons don't work yet. Some of the companies that I've partnered with. I really like this on the theme that inspired me, just showing that like I really prioritize my clients over everything. So even if I don't feel like something's vibing, if they like it, then that's the priority. And then I pretty much have three main services, which is creative consulting. So that's just for people who need direction, don't necessarily need me to create or design anything. Unlimited design is for people who don't need direction or strategy and just need designs pumped out. And then marketing strategy is more so for people who want strategy towards social media marketing, such as calendars, etc., performance, and all of that fun stuff. And then I'll also just have services on there like design and logo making and all website building and just all that fun stuff that people might want as individual things. I'm still working on this section, but this is going to feature my projects and just things I'm working on. So these are some of the AI images I generated, as well as some actual logos and stuff that I designed. And then I have a graphic in here somewhere. And then I do want to add obviously a see more that kind of goes and breaks down these different projects. And then I have this really nice footer here. So I really like how this design came out. But yeah, so it came out really nice. The buttons here just pretty much take you to wherever in the website that is. So I do still need to work on the offers side. I actually want to make detailed pages of the offers, so what's included in them, etc. And then I need to finalize the working with me. So what happens if you say you want to work with me? And then finally the client portal, not in as much of a rush until I have a client, but that's going to be an easy way for a client to access that. So that's kind of the plan, and I'm hoping this week to knock out most of this website, or at least into early next week, because this is pretty much where all the freelance work is going to be based off of. So if anyone wants to see my work, book me, etc., it's all going to be through this website. So very important that this looks good. I also need to make sure the mobile version looks good. Haven't even looked at that and definitely don't want to look at that right now. But yeah, so that's kind of what I worked on this weekend toward building my freelance website so that we can expedite this debt payoff journey. But yeah, so I'll just say stay tuned. I would love to focus and hash this out, but of course I am still in school, so I do have homework and other things to take care of today, but we are going to get a lot of work done on this week. So we'll be following that throughout the vlog, and yeah. I just want to say shout out to my boyfriend. He blessed me because I had to delete the DoorDash app because I'm a DoorDash girly. And yeah, I wasn't going to work with this debt payoff journey, but he blessed me for Valentine's Day. And today's just one of those days. It's often one of those days, but today's one of those days where you can use the gift card. So hallelujah. Love him so much. This is my version of beans and rice. My work friends are going out to eat. And so I'm trying to be responsible. And we're going to read, which is so funny because this is the chapter I'm on. And we're going to drink my protein shake and Siete grain-free chips. You guys, I literally just mentioned that this happened to me. I came up with this idea to do this vlog series in the shower. Isn't that crazy? Hey guys, so I'm the queen of creating hypotheticals, and I've created a ton. Obviously, being on a financial debt-free journey, I've done a ton of breakdowns of if I make this much money by doing this, this is how long it'll take me to pay off all my debt. But recently, and it's funny, I actually have therapy in about 10 minutes, and I wanted to talk about this because I have been pretty much burning myself out. Obviously, right now I'm working full-time. I'm getting my MBA part-time. I'm doing content creation and YouTube. I'm just living life, being in a relationship, experiencing life, and also on top of that, right now trying to start an agency and figure out my finances, which honestly, there's been points in my life where I've done more than that and I've been fine, but right now my bucket is just kind of full. I don't know why, and I kind of spent about a year or so questioning like, why can't I get back to the capacity of how much work and hustle I was doing in college, but it's just for some reason my body has decided it wants to rest, so I'm gonna have to listen to it. So I was trying to think of ways that I could pay off my debt that are more low effort to me. So obviously the agency is high effort, building the website, finding clients, doing work for the clients. So when I think about it, it keeps bringing me back to like, at first I was thinking a roommate, but then I was like, you know what? I have a 3-bedroom. What about roommates? And I was like, I could even bring down the rate a little bit per person if we did roommates and still bring in more income than if I had a single roommate. So then of course I created the hypothetical of if I have roommates, and I don't even want to talk about it. I'm like, if I do roommates, like it will just expedite my debt payoff journey so much, and literally all I have to do is select really, really good roommates. So I did put in some buffer time for that process. And if I select really good roommates who pay on time and don't cause too many issues, then all I have to do is live in my house. That hypothetical that I just broke down, like, just expedites this process so much, doesn't put too much pressure on me. So I am going to talk to my therapist just about that in general, because it's obviously something that's kind of new to me. I haven't had a roommate since college, so other than that, we shall see. And of course, like I said, picking a good roommate is another stressful process. But yeah, so that was just the breakdown I just did. So I'm gonna think about it some more, and yeah, but if it works out, that could actually really launch me. And then once I graduate grad school, then I can, you know, take all that time that I'm spending in grad school right now and really amp it up a notch, and then, you know, do the agency, or YouTube is giving me a decent enough income by then, or hopefully the MBA gets me a job that's much higher paying so I can increase my income that way. So that's just kind of, again, it's all hypothetical. Anything in life could happen, literally anything. Like something could come up and completely derail this journey, or something could come up and completely bless this journey. We do not know what God has in store, but this was just an interesting hypothetical and a very realistic one, because I wrote down in my therapy notes, I just wanted to tell her that I keep burning out for some reason. Not for some reason, I know exactly why I'm burning out. So this could be a great middle ground. Actually use the place that's kind of burdening me right now to bless me. So we'll see. I'm doing some more work on my website while watching Martin. And this is pretty much still the same. I just added more specifics to my services. Chilling with Maki Poo. And I took away some of the images and added like some stuff like I've actually done, like web design and graphic design. And then I put in my other offers here. I don't know why they're not showing, but they're on the timer. So yeah, I need to edit that. But yep, getting there. All right, y'all, I finished the service offers section, so here it is. These are the service pages, so these are the more specifics. We have the creative consulting service breakdown, the unlimited design service breakdown, and then the social media marketing service breakdown. So another thing I did do was I put up here where you can click to learn more, and it takes you into that section, so that's kind of nice too. So next up will pretty much be the portfolio. So the work that I have done, I need to add more to that. And then the last thing we'll do is the work with us button. That's pretty much all over the website. And that will pretty much be like an intake form for people to start to get to work with us, and then on to the mobile site that I'm still scared to look at what it looks like now, so we will avoid that. I'm actually really excited about the website. I know earlier in this vlog I was kind of contemplating between like doing freelance services during a time like this when there's already a lot going on, and looking into roommates, and I'm actually just kind of in the middle of both right now. I'm like, maybe I could just do both, so we'll see. I feel like I can make it work, you know, just so we can knock out this journey. We got $500,000 of debt, $200,000 of consumer debt to knock out, with majority of that really being my grad school loan. And eventually grad school is going to end and Department of Education is going to come and knock in, so we're going to have to at least pay minimums on that, and how the budget is now. Yeah, so I'm feeling pretty optimistic though, so we're gonna get there. It better be worth it. Good morning, y'all. So we are headed to Atlanta for my sister's party. This was pre-planned, pre-purchase prior to this Gazelle Tenson Focus debt payoff journey. So we're still gonna make it happen. My boyfriend did buy me the plane ticket, so it wasn't completely out of pocket, but we were still saving money. So I just packed everything in this bag as a carry-on, so I don't have to check any bags. And then my boyfriend's gonna drop me off at the airport so that we do not have to pay for any Ubers. And yeah, you guys are coming with me to Atlanta for a trip on a budget. I know it's not a crazy trip, but I usually have a hard time when I'm anywhere being on a budget. So since I'm only packing a carry-on, I didn't pack like my protein shakes that I would usually drink. So we are gonna have to spend a bit of money on food there, but luckily I'm staying at my grandma's there while we're there. So I'm gonna do what I can out of the kitchen. But yeah, so I need to get going, but let's go to Atlanta. All right, the whole gang is in ATL. I call that my Houston thing. Yeah, it is. I try to talk louder than it. Yeah, whole gang is in ATL for Sydney's party. The A. But yeah, we're about to get ready for the function to begin.
It won't be 3 miles.
It's already been a long day. I forgot we had a party. Because we started this morning trying to get Ian on the flight and wake him up.
Oh my goodness.
Already started so hectic. But yeah, everyone's in town for in time for the party. We're gonna go to the Atlanta United pub crawl, and then we're going to karaoke, and then maybe going out after. We'll see.
Party.
The goal is to spend $30 or less. All right, we're headed out now to the function. We got Ollie, Eon, Sydney, my guy Kai.
Get that for my contact.
That cast, yeah. Oh, that's not what y'all We're headed to the belt line.
Stop.
Are you trying to do your makeup?
I can't.
Can I see your camera? So as the oldest here, I'm in charge.
You gotta watch this driving.
Let's set the roof on fire. Step by step, raise the whole room higher. Pick up your step, don't try her. Down like a boom bap choir. Turn out the beat, raise up the heat. Kick up your feet like this, like that. Word on the street says you got the heat, so let's see you move like this, like that. Everybody in the positions make the room go mad. Wanna see you move like this. Whoa, he a real big stepper. Better make it rain.
Just finished eating at Harold's. It was alright. I don't think any of us really had anything we loved, but it was edible. And so it's time for me to head back to H-Town. Don't cry, Sydney. Don't cry. I'll be back one of these days. Happy birthday to you. Make a wish.
Need an umbrella. Whoa, a little spice, pour the pepper. Boy, it's just a game. I ain't being sentimental.
Hello friends, so we are officially back from ATL. It was a really good trip. I'm so glad I went. It's just nice to go fly and see them now that we don't all live in the same city anymore. But yeah, so it was a lot of fun. Like I said, when I went, I literally had a budget of like $30 left in my budget for that trip, and we stayed under budget. Shout out to that. Shout out to having some generous siblings and this and that, but you guys saw that journey and how much we spent there. Some other things since I've been back that I've been able to cut expenses on is I did cancel my gym membership. I just want to say the only reason I really canceled it is because I have a gym at work that I can use, but I also had a gym membership just for like the weekends or when I was working from home. So I ended up canceling that one, and so today I just went to the park and went on a walk just because I'm like, when I do strength training, I can do it at the gym at work. So I do believe investing in your health and fitness is very important. So if I did not have access to a gym, I would have kept that membership, but since I do have access, when I'm in the office, I'll do my strength training and then I can just do all my cardio and everything at the park for the free or at home workout if it's raining or something like that. So that is the plan, and that was a good about $50 saved per month. Another thing, I was actually gonna order my groceries today for this week. I was a bit nervous about that because it actually is not in this budget, it's in the budget for my next check. So I was gonna have to either cut something from this month or pull from the emergency funds to get groceries. But it's funny because I don't know if you guys seen Single Girl Fridge. I've seen her on YouTube. I assume she's on like TikTok and Instagram, but I really love her content. She tries to eat everything in her fridge and not waste food. Literally at the perfect time, God showed me her video and I was like, oh, you know what? I have enough food probably between my fridge and my pantry to make meals for the rest of the week. So I looked and I actually did. So I ended up having just some fish and chips for breakfast. I had 2 more frozen fish and then I just had some frozen chips, fries. I don't know, I'm acting like I'm British. And I just popped in the air fryer. I had some sugar-free honey mustard and that was perfect. It was kind of an early dinner, so if I get hungry later, I'd have some apples I can chop up, some peanut butter. So I'm not going to be having to get groceries this week, so that's going to be nice, and that will be a big savings, or at least relief for now. And then the last thing that did pop up today, so I am going to Rwanda for school. So the school is taking care of everything once we're there. I already bought my flight a little while back, but the flight takes me 2 days to get there, so I have to go 2 days early, which means I have to stay for 2 nights that are not a part of the I have to stay for 2 nights that are not a part of what's included with school. So the travel company just messaged me today and sent me an invoice for those rooms. So I was at first very nervous. I was like, oh my God, am I gonna have to spend my credit card? I also gave up credit card spending for Lent, but just in general within this journey. So yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? But forgot I have my emergency fund, so we're actually going to take it out of the emergency fund and then we're going to focus on refilling the emergency fund, which is actually already kind of in place, which I know is not exactly up with the baby steps, but you guys, we're going to progress. Okay, slow progress. But anyway, so yeah, so that's how we're going to pay for the hotel, cash and not touch credit cards for now. So thank goodness for that savings, but yeah, we're definitely going to have to refill it. But yeah, so other than that, I just want to go over kind of like what's next in the coming weeks, as well as where we are now from the debt that we talked about in the initial 500K in debt video to now. So as far as what's next, I think the big things that I really need to get onto is selling my items, selling my stuff, especially big pieces of furniture. Like I have a huge wardrobe in my bedroom that can go, that was from Airbnb. So any furniture that I feel like I can get rid of. I've been cutting expenses a lot. Every week I still just look at it just to see if there's anything else I feel like I can cut. Like I just did my hair a second ago, and that was another expense that I was able to cut. And I'm like, you know what, I actually like how I do it when I do it better. So not better, but equally, that makes sense. So that's been a good expense that I've been able to cut as well, not having to go do my hair. So I'm just trying to find different things. I'm not going to take my nails off soon because it's time for them to come off, and just practice polishing and doing my own nails. And this is just for now. Eventually, if there's space that opens up in the budget and I can bring it back, then possibly I will, but maybe I'll just enjoy doing it myself. We shall see. Obviously, I'm still building the freelancing opportunity for me to gain clients. Really, the main thing is I just want a website so that I can show the client something, and then hopefully I can at least get 1 or 2 retainer clients or something along those lines. And then lastly, I know I've been kind of discussing a bit more about the roommate situation and potentially getting roommates. So I'm still gonna be thinking about this week. I'm thinking about it this week. It's still February, and I wanted to spend February just kind of thinking about it, probably pray on it on Sunday, and then once March hits, based off what I decide, then we'll continue that journey. So stay tuned for that, but it's time for some numbers. So I think I'm gonna go over the main bulk of the debt, which is like the $500,000. So that does include like my mortgage, my house, and everything. And then I'm also gonna go over the consumer debt, and I just want that to be pretty consistent at the end of these debt diary, debt journey vlogs. Don't know what I'm gonna call it yet, but we shall see. Okay, so I started calculating this on February 10th is when I put in all these balances and filmed that first video. So my starting debt on February 10th was $504,975.94 was the starting balance, including the home. The current balance as of February 23rd is $449,237.54. We're out of the 500. Yeah, still not the best. As far as consumer debt, I didn't put the starting balance on here, but let me see, 1 second. Okay, so I did just break down the consumer debt, but that one's gonna be interesting because I'm still in school right now. So my current balance is a bit less because my school balance isn't all the way there, if that makes sense. Like, I haven't filled up to how much my school balance is gonna be, but my starting balance already has the full amount that I'm gonna be paying for grad school. But hey, it's math, so I'll just say the numbers. So my starting consumer debt as of February 10th was $200,280.85. My current consumer debt is $144,542.45. And like I said, my grad school debt is not all here yet because I still have 3 semesters / a summer semester, so I still have about 4 semesters left of that. And right now we are gunning toward paying off my final credit card, my Amex, that started at $19,891.19 and is currently at $19,647.91. So these are our current balances. Stay tuned to the debt-free journey, debt-free diaries, and let's hope these numbers all go down, except for potentially consumer debt because of just, I don't know. I'm gonna think of a way, or if you guys can think of a way in the comments that I can better illustrate that while debt is still building up. Maybe I just need to put the starting balance in there. See, now that I'm getting my MBA, I'm starting to learn like Excel tricks. So, I have the sum, so I'm like, I don't wanna deviate from the sum. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this debt journey vlog. Make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, stay tuned if you guys want to come through this debt-free journey with me, because it's gonna be a long one. We're gonna try our best to get this done and remain at peace. Love you guys. Peace out.